Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a TTM recap for pretty much Monday through Friday, I believe. Just wasn't feeling up to doing a video, got sick, so didn't feel like doing anything, and got lots of stuff in, so mostly Battle of the Decade stuff, a couple purchases, one failure, and a private signing success. So first we will get the failure out of the way. It is the first, and so far the first failure for the Battle of the Decades contest that I've sent out. That's Bill Spanswick, but it does have a new address to try. It's still in Naples, Florida, so I guess the apartment address is not the one to send to, so we'll have to send that one back out along with Aaron Miller there, so we'll put those guys back there. Next up, I guess we'll do some golf. Had one golf return come out from Mr. J.P. Hayes on this 4x6 photo. He also signed the backside since he didn't like how it turned out in the front. But it's okay. So golf success there. Been a little bit since we've had one of those, at least a couple weeks now. Then we got a basketball return. This has come back from former center, and very fitting for his last name, Mr. John Block. And he would obviously block shots, so very cool. He did include Romans 11:36 description of one, which actually we'll go ahead and look that up. That's not a normal one that I usually see inscribed, so let's see. Which one that is. As soon as it loads, it says, "For of him, and through him, and to him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Amen." Romans 11:36. So very cool. Yeah, you don't normally, at least I haven't normally seen that inscription before, so very neat. Then we got some hockey returns. We got Mr. Rick Kehoe, former Pittsburgh Penguin, I think Toronto Maple Leaf as well. We got Mr. Kelly Miller, Washington Capitals player from the 90s. Craig Darby, a New York Islander during the 90s. And a little bit more recent goalie, former goalie Martin Barone from the New York Islanders as well. So cool return there. Then we have the baseball for the Battle of the Decades. First the cards. Mr. Ken McMullen signed my 68 tops with the Washington Senators, and he was kind enough to include two extra freebies, a 74 and a 76. I'm actually going to, let me mess with some lighting. There we go. That's a little better. So 68. It was kind of hard to see the John Block, at least this one, so let's show that one again. Sign and pin there. So I'll show that one again, so at least you guys can kind of see that. Apologize, I forgot to turn my light on. Then I sent to Mr. Chukka. I sent the wrong photo to him. I don't know how I didn't catch this. This is obviously not him in the photo. I mean, he was on the team, but it's not him. So he wrote back response, but he said he still signed something for me. He wanted to sign the paper that I included in there. So still technically counts. We got basically a blank signature or blank items with a signature on it. So that counts towards the contest. So still counts. It's another point for Team 1950s 60s. And we are catching right up with Team 90s. So we're doing pretty well. Then we got Mr. Joe Moeller. Signed the one photo I sent him, plus 2 of his testimonial tracks. I read the whole thing. It was very interesting, very cool. I don't know if Reindeer Studios mentioned this in his video or not. I don't remember, but he was actually recruited still in high school by the Boston Red Sox. Or not in high school, he was in Little League. So can you imagine? And I think back then Little League, they didn't go to 13, I think it was 12. So can you imagine being offered to play in the MLB, or at least by an MLB team, getting offered at still 12 years old, still being in grade school? That's pretty cool. He must have been a big kid and very talented. So to receive a offer like that. Then we got former Twin, Mr. Dick Stigman. Sign one. We got this guy was had more of a career in the 70s, but he came up for a little bit with the Houston Colt 45s at 20 years old. This is Mr. Brock Davis. So I found this photo. He actually mentioned in the letter that he had never seen that one before. So I might make him some copies and send to him. There you go. There's his letter on the back. He's thanking me for the memories. So then he said he hasn't seen that ever before, and he was 20 years old. So that was pretty neat that we made his day there. So I'll have to see if I can make him some copies for that one. Then we got Mr. Gary Roggenberg, who signed a photo of his 16-9 tops when he was with the Pilots. We got Mr. Dwight Siebler with the John 3:16 inscription, which of course is for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes on him should not perish but have everlasting life. Basically, John pretty much is the very core book of the Bible for our faith, my faith, Christianity. So and John 3:16 is pretty much the pinnacle verse there. So really cool inscription there. I also put that on some of my letters. I changed it for a little bit there. I just felt like, maybe some of the world needed to hear some of that right now. So I changed my inscriptions a little bit. We got Mr. Ron Peranowski, former Los Angeles Dodger. I think he also may have been for a time, may have been on Brooklyn when they were in Brooklyn at one time. I don't remember if he went back that far. And then finally, at least on the official TTM side of things, got Mr. Bob DeLiva, former Cardinal in the 50s and 60s. And then the big private signing return, which does count towards the contest because I did send it through the mail to a handler that would obviously have this player sign. And he did play during the 50s and the 60s. And I think a portion of the early 70s. It says Mr. Orlando Cepeda, who signed my 4x6 photo with you had to buy a ticket, basically. There was up to 50 people, and I think it was $39 plus the shipping and stuff. You had to print a label to get there, and a label to come back. So it was about another, I don't know, 14 bucks, but all in all, it was about 50 bucks. Still very happy to get it. Hall of Famer for the contest, Mr. Orlando Cepeda. So that's a pretty cool one right there. Then we'll end it off with my purchases. So I told you guys I'm a fan of the Poldark series. Started watching that recently. I was looking to see if I could pick up some autographs of some of the main characters, and I got 2 of them. I'll actually take this out of the sleeve so you can see it better. We got the main actor here. Plays Ross Poldark. This is Mr. Aidan Turner. He also played a Keeley in the Hobbit trilogies. That's why I kept looking at him. I was like, he sure looks familiar, and it finally dawned on me that he was in the Hobbit. So it kind of technically goes towards that Lord of the Rings and Hobbit PC. But I got that one on eBay. There is another one though I'm looking at that's certified and a little better looking picture, in my opinion. I might jump on one day. It doesn't have to be right away because I just bought that one. But that one, as far as I can tell, it looks, you know, pretty close to what his signatures usually look like. So I was happy with it. It wasn't terribly expensive. So it's not like they're making a whole bunch of money off of me if it wasn't, I guess. But I'm pretty sure it's a real one. And then we have his wife, Miss Eleanor Tomlinson. So we got pretty much the 2 main characters so far. And that one, the listing had a picture of like her signing at a signing. Whether or not it was actually this photo and or not remains to be seen. But her signature also, all the other stuff pops up for her that's certified and looks pretty much like that. So I think it's real. So very cool to get the 2 main characters there, cross those off like immediately right off the list, and we'll see. As long as there's some stuff affordable and I have money to do it, we'll try and pick them up along the way or get them TTM, whatever we have to do. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and maybe I'll have some time to do a video if some more mail comes in today, and we'll do a live mail opening, and you guys will be just as surprised as I am as we open them up and get my live reaction. So thank you guys for watching again, and I will see you all later. Bye.